the game. I can see that. You know, that's
all right, we're back up. We're back up.
Has anybody here had a bad day? No. On occasion.
They still don't have the video.
So he said to me,
oh, it shows us
he
this.
said to me, and it was pretty cool. He said, if you run, you're going to win. Then I said, Coach, give me your phone. Check it out. I want to make sure it's him. Because I never met him. I never spoke to him. And I was on it. And he gave me a cell phone. And I put it under a big sack.
This guy's so fucking rich. Buy some equipment that works.
You know, you never know. And then we won New York. We won all these places. Pennsylvania. We won them all. And now all of a sudden, Indiana became so important. Because usually it doesn't matter because it's so late. And what happened was a friend of mine said, man, if you could ever get a guy like Bobby Knight, I said, I think I can get him. But I got to find the number. Where the hell is the number? And it was amazing. This came from God. So I have this massive stack of paper. You know, the paper builds up more in the political world because, you know, just keep saving articles as they write terrible articles, especially the good ones. What you really do is save the good ones. So I have this big stack
especially the good ones. They write terrible articles.
Must be 2,000 pages of stuff. I lift it up. And Bobby Knight's number is sitting right there. It was the craziest thing. I know it's at something. So I call up Bobby Knight.
It sounds like a really bad fishing story.
We had Digger Phelps, we had everybody. But I call up Bobby.
It's a fucking tuna, bro.
And I say, Coach, he goes, I've been waiting for you to call. He goes, when do you want me to be there? I said, how about like tomorrow? And we went into an arena like this. That was packed.
Where?
I mean, you never saw anything like it. It was
Where?
packed.
What
and
arena?
Those people love this guy. They love winners. They love this guy. And I won't forget. You know, I mean, a lot of times endorsements don't mean that much. I mean, you know, really, most of the time.
You gonna talk about policies at all, or
rarely does an endorsement matter? And maybe it should.
How you intend on making America great again?
You're not going with.
No, we're talking about Bobby Knight. As much as I love him as a basketball coach, he still beat the shit out of half his fucking students. He's just a breath away from Jerry fucking Sandusky. And all right. Now this is the one that has a Pats fan. He's bringing up Brady.
Well, you got to say
I mean, talk about name dropping and dropping dimes, dude. Oh, there we go.
Big Ben loves Donald Trump. Rather, these politicians, you know, they're going to get up and speak and speak and speak. Remember last time with Romney? All these politicians got up and they kept speaking. They didn't talk. They didn't mention Romney's name. One guy spoke for like 45 minutes. He never mentioned Romney's name. He said, oh, good luck, by the way, with the election at the end, walked off. Well, we're going to do it a little different if it's okay.
This guy
but I'm thinking about getting some of the great sports people that I know that like me a lot and that I like.
And he's wearing shoulder pads and a sport
coat. We may call it the winner's evening. You know, you get like a Brian France who has NASCAR. He owns NASCAR. Because NASCAR has been so incredible. Brian France and the NASCAR. Do we all love NASCAR? Because I do.
Wow, you pick up NASCAR when you're in Richmond, but not when you're anywhere else.
Dana White. You know Dana White, right? Dana White, UFC.
Yeah, we all met him.
Guy's a champion. And, you know, these...
He's not a champion. He's a business owner. He never won shit.
Our country needs to see winners. We don't see winners anymore. We have a bunch of clowns running this country.
Like you.
We have a bunch of clowns running our country.
And running for presidency or running country.
We have people that don't know what the hell they're doing running our country. It's true. It's true. When you look at the trade deals that we make with China, this year, $505 billion trade deficit with one country, with China. Now, they're the biggest abuser of them all, but China, nothing against China. I have great relationships
the biggest
with
abuser
China.
of them all.
They rent space from me. They buy apartments from me. I love China. But our leaders should be doing something about what they're doing to us. They're destroying us. Mexico, they're destroying us. They're killing us at the border. They're killing us on trade. We're going to build a wall. It's going to be a great wall.
Is it going to stop China? You're going to build a wall on the border of Mexico. Is it going to stop China? Oh, Jesus. Fuck. Look at this shit.
It's going to be a great wall. It's going to be a real wall. It's not going to be one of these little babies.
Oh, what are these little babies? It makes harder people money. You ever been a mason?
It's going to be a very tall wall, very strong wall, very powerful wall. Very beautiful wall, as beautiful as a wall can be.
It's
but we're going to
beautiful
make it a beautiful wall.
And
someday
they can't get down.
Call it the
maybe
Trump
a rope.
wall. I don't know. Who the hell knows?
The fucking narcissism is awesome.
Someday they may call it the Trump wall.
It's never going to happen. But
and then you wonder why some people don't like me, folks.
Because you're full of shit.
You know what? I'll tell you what. And we're going to let people come into this country. Lots of people. But they're going to come in legally. Legally. They're going to come in legally.
Like your grandparents. All right, that's cool.
And for those of you that haven't been listening, who's going to pay for this wall? Who? 100%.
But you're so very 100%. Rich, you pay for the fucking wall.
When I was on the stage,
it's your fucking idea.
All these politicians, and that's what they do. They debate. Their whole life is a debate. Nothing gets done, but they debate. So I had these guys. We had 18. We actually started off with 18. Some people say 17. I think it was 18. But whatever it was a lot of people.
Oh, but whatever it was.
So much they couldn't get them onto one stage, right?
He's as bad as Pat Robertson on fucking 700 Club or whatever. He can't fucking open his eyes. Look at him. Oh.
But I was center stage every single debate. Was that good? Every single. And, you know, it was amazing. So I heard one's a debate champion, one went to Harvard, one went to Princeton, one went here,
you went to the Wharton School of Business
one was a
in
national
Pennsylvania.
debate champion. I'm saying, what am I getting myself into? But they never had somebody interrupting them every single word they said.
Because they were talking about stuff that people want to hear, not this dumb shit you're saying.
And you know what was fun? Every single poll, you know, you had the Drudge poll. You know Drudge? He's the best guy.
Who's Drudge?
Every single poll. You had Drudge, your Time Magazine, you had Slate.
So Drudge is like a nickname for a friend, I suppose.
Every single poll of every single debate had me winning every debate. Every debate. How did that happen? And I never did it before. I've been doing this now for 11 and a half months.
I had never done it before. With your private school education, I imagine you could speak properly. Have the proper grammar.
And on the primers, you know, I spent $55 million of my money. Single poll. You had Drudge, your Time Magazine, you had Slate, you had like 7 compared to what these other guys spent. Every single poll of every single debate had me winning every debate. Every debate. How did that happen?
Let's check the numbers on it.
Well,
nobody tried.
Before. I've been doing this now for 11 and a half months. Am I doing a good job? I'm representing you.
No, you're not.
I'm representing.
You're representing yourself.
And on the primers, you know, I spent $55 million of my money. My $55 million. Now that sounds like a lot, but it's peanuts compared to what these other guys spent. And they came in last, and I came in first by a landslide. So we've had a lot of.
By a landslide.
But the debates were amazing because I went in and I got that first question was nasty. Ooh, now remember that? Fox.
Like these kids in the background.
Audience in the history.
They're going to be going back to fucking Short Pump.
Then 2 weeks later,
Wyndham,
3 weeks later, CNN.
Stonehenge.
Fox had 24 million. CNN had 23 million people. That was the largest audience in the history of CNN. Now, do you think they were there because they were watching one of our competitors, folks? Do you think? I don't know.
No, they're watching you because you're a fucking circus act and you're way too fucking entertaining not to not
between
watch.
Donald Trump and crooked Hillary Clinton will be the most watched debate in the history of television.
But it's not like you're the squeaky clean fucking guy you claim to be. You're an idiot.
And one of the biggest shows in the history of television. More importantly than that.
What, Duck Dynasty?
They say that the election between crooked Hillary and myself will be the biggest voter turnout in the history of elections in this country.
Outside of the Martin Luther King thing before he got to run on the test. But anyway, we won't get into that.
Because, you know, a lot of people don't vote in this country. You have a very low voter turnout.
Half of us aren't allowed to.
This will be the biggest voter turnout in the history of our country. And I mean, there's something awfully exciting about this, right? Then I say to myself, what the hell do I need this for? What am I doing here? I could go out and have fun, but I have fun. I have fun being with the people The people are incredible in this country. You know, I have the
But
theme,
what are you going
Make
to do
America
to
Great
fix
Again. And I've
anything?
added a couple of things.
And
I'm adding
the people
Make
here are awesome.
America Great right now. I'm adding it. Make
Right now,
America Great Again. I'm adding for everyone because it's really going to be for everyone. Not going to be for a group of people.
Oh, so the Mexicans, the women, the illegal immigrants, the immigrants that get here, but they're not good enough.
If you look at what's
you
going
assume
on
they're
in
good
this
people.
country, African American youth, as an example, 59%
That's a good little target
unemployment
audience
rate,
for Richmond.
59%.
Too late, buddy.
You look at what's going on with Latinos, Hispanics, tremendous unemployment rates. You look at what's going on with so many different groups. We're going to make it great for everyone.
Have you
folks.
turned
We're gonna
around and
make it
looked
great.
behind
We're
you?
going to bring jobs back to our country. We're bringing jobs back.
There's plenty of jobs here. People aren't capable of doing them, dumbass.
And I'll tell you what.
People like
We
you,
can
fire
do
them.
it. Remember this. I have in right now, and we're going to change things around, and we're going to do it even more so. But we have
Who the fuck is
largest
we? You got a mouse in your pocket?
decrease of anybody running
You gonna
for
bring me
office
to the
by
White
far.
House
That
with you?
includes all 18 that were up here with me, and the one that was with her. You know, she said the other day, well, I had a lot of people vote. Can you imagine if she had 18 people to compete with? So you have 18 versus Bernie. Bernie, where are you, Bernie?
He's
Oh,
out
we
actually
love Bernie.
fixing shit.
Bernie's okay. He gets a little nasty and a little cranky every once in a while, but he's okay. He's not too happy right now, folks.
He gets nasty.
I'll
and
tell you,
cranky
he's not too
sometimes.
happy. His people
Excuse
aren't too
me.
happy.
Excuse me.
And Pocahontas is not happy. She's not happy.
Because she's
the
fucking
worst.
dead, dumbass. Of course she's not happy.
Pocahontas. I'm doing such a disservice to Pocahontas. It's so unfair.
You're doing a disservice to everybody but yourself and white males.
But
you
this
fucking
Elizabeth
moron.
Warren, I call her Goofy, Elizabeth Warren, she's one of the worst senators in the entire United States Senate. She's gotten practically nothing done, practically nothing passed. If it was up to her, you'd have taxes at 95%.
It's kind of
And
hard
I
to do
hope
it when
she's
the
gonna
other
be chosen
party is
by
voting
Hillary.
against
Oh,
her in
would
the
that be great?
Senate.
I would love it. I would
Here's
love
the
it.
breadth
But folks,
of experience.
we have a lot of work. We're going to make the country great again. We love our country, but we're going to make it greater than ever before. It's going to be for
Other
everybody.
than what you say,
Here's what we have to do. We have
what's
to get
wrong
out
with
there in November. You have to go out. We have to vote. You have to get everybody here. I'm going to be here so much. You're going to be so sick of me in Virginia. You're going to say, please don't come back.
Now, I want you
Don't
folks
come
to
back.
mark those
We
words.
can't stand you.
I'm gonna be
We
here
promise
so
we're gonna
much.
vote for you. Just don't
We're already
come
sick
back.
of you in
Leave us
Virginia.
alone. And I'll say, that's okay.
But you're going to be here so much. We'll see how many
But
more
really,
times
we
you're
have
here
to.
between now and November.
Because these people on the other side have no clue what the hell they're doing. They don't know about trade deals. And in all fairness,
you?
Crazy Bernie, remember this. Remember this.
Crazy Bernie.
Remember this. Bernie was right about one thing.
One thing.
Our trade deal. I love this guy. Look at him hold up that sign. Strong guy. Look. He's been holding up that
It's
sign.
a Trump sign, I'm sure, yeah.
Nah. Big, strong muscles. He's been
Vanity,
holding up that
buddy.
sign like for an hour. That's pretty hard to do.
Big, strong muscles.
Thank
yeah,
you, man. I
okay,
appreciate it.
Yeah, you're
But,
welcome,
you know,
you fucking idiot.
Bernie was right about one thing. Trade. Our country is being taken advantage of. And I would have used like a year ago, I would have used a different word. I don't, because every time I use a word that's a little bit
Have
off,
another
they go crazy.
scotch, Donnie.
They say Trump used the word with an S. You know, it starts with an S. Like nobody's ever heard it before.
What's
So
the
I
word?
won't say that. So
What's the
instead
word?
of using that word that our country's been with an S, right? I
What?
won't say that.
What's the
Our
word?
country has been taken advantage of because we have very stupid people representing us on trade and on so many other things.
And
it's not
you
gonna
are
happen
the
that way
next
anymore, folks.
example
Not gonna
of
happen.
stupid people representing us.
Not going to happen that way anymore. And the one thing Bernie was right about, and I'm no fan of Bernie, but the one thing he was right about is trade, because we are really in bad shape.
And then look at the kids in the background. They're
We
not even
have the
listening to
dumbest
this ignorant
people
fuck.
negotiating for us. And the funny thing is, and the sad thing is, we have the
They're taking
smartest people in
selfies
the
and
world.
shit like it's fucking LeBron
In our
James.
country, they're the smartest, the
Or
greatest
Steph Curry,
steelmakers in the world. We don't use them.
Yeah, this is
We
awesome.
use people that have no clue. We use political hacks. They have no
Put it on
clue.
Twitter, Instagram.
And maybe they do. Maybe there's evil intention. Because you know what? When I see some of the deals that made, nobody can be that stupid.
I can't wait till he
Take a
drops
look
an
and say,
F-bomb.
This
That should be
isn't trade,
perfect.
but it's another deal. Sergeant Bergdahl. We get Bergdahl, a traitor.
Now they're just booing the
We
boo.
get Bergdahl. We get one
I imagine it's like a talk show where they're holding up the signs like cheer, boo,
and those
clap.
5 people are back out there now trying to kill all of us and anybody else that walks near. What the hell?
Nobody's trying to kill me anytime lately.
President. We have a president that doesn't know what the hell he's doing, folks. I'm telling you.
But yet he's done more than the last 3 presidents that preceded him.
And I hear he's going to take a lot of time.
Support Obama, don't get me wrong.
During our
to
time,
make the
when
comparison.
he's supposed to be looking at trade and the military and all of these things, and he's going to campaign for crooked Hillary. And you know what? That's okay.
It's a Democratic Party thing, dude.
Because if he does
that's why everybody in your dumbass party dropped out and let you get. Everybody wants to win because everyone's winners, right?
Remember when Bill?
We want winners, so you want whoever's going to win. So whoever's the lead prospect is,
let him fight fair. You know, the road's a little bit tougher for the Republicans. You understand that. The road to the presidency is a little bit tougher in terms of the electoral college, the states, and everything else.
Really?
But you know what? We are going to win. We're going to win so big. We're going to win bigger than anyone knows. We're going to win bigger than anyone knows. They don't even have an idea.
Nor do you.
One of the important things that I have to tell you is, and one of the reasons this election is just so important, Supreme Court justices. So we lost.
They should all be white males.
Great.
Right.
And we now, I mean, it's possible that the next president will have a record number of Supreme Court justices. It could be as high as 5. It'll almost definitely be 3. But it could be as high as 5. There's never been anything like that.
Now, keep in mind, folks,
like I hear these people.
This is a live stream. So when this goes on Facebook and Twitter and YouTube,
these poor guys.
I can't make this shit up. It's here.
By the way, I am the least, just so you know, I am the least racist person. The least racist person that you've ever seen. The least. I mean, give me a break.
Yeah, but fuck Mexico, right?
But they're saying, is Donald Trump a racist? I am the least racist person that you've ever looked at. Believe me. But these poor people.
You ever lived in a black neighborhood?
Never Trump. Never Trump. They've been doing this like for months.
You ever lived you ever rode a city bus outside of when there's cameras on you?
We're going to win New York. I win in a massive landslide. We're going to win Florida. I win 66 out of 67 counties. Can you imagine? It's never happened before.
How many judges did you have to bribe?
Guy who's a good guy. I mean, he's a sitting senator.
Or
to
attorney
show
general.
You how the system's rigged. Florida was going to be a proportional, so you get whatever the proportion. When I entered the race, they said, you know,
they call me and they kiss my ass.
Let's do this.
I don't know.
Let's make it, because Trump won't do that well in Florida. I love Florida. It's like my second home. They say, let's do it this way. Winner take all. Because we have a sitting senator, right? And we have a governor that was there, Jeff. Low energy. He's a low energy person. Low energy.
What does that matter?
I only say that. You know why I never hit anybody after defeat. But when somebody's defeated and they sign a document, a pledge, and they say, we pledge that we're going to endorse Donald Trump or whoever is the nominee, and I become the nominee by a landslide, and then they don't honor the pledge, that's not very honorable, right?
Well, you said flat out in the beginning that you wouldn't honor it, and then you changed that.
When you sign a pledge, if I would have lost, and I never thought I would, but, you know, who knows? If I would have lost, I would have honored the pledge. I would have gone, you know, I hate to do this, but I signed a pledge. Well, they signed a pledge, and Jeb isn't living up to the pledge. You got to live up to your word. You got to live up. So what happened?
So this guy's going so far as to bash not only the Democratic Party,
after California in terms
his
of
own
delegates,
party,
99 delegates, and they changed it. And then a poll comes out says,
like Winston Hodges said, this is what happens when your high school bully has a fucking trust fund.
And they said, whoa, this is a problem. This is a big problem. So they thought of terms, maybe they'll change it back. Bottom line, didn't happen. So the election goes, and I win in a landslide. I picked up all 99. So sometimes when they fix the deal on you, it's not a bad thing, right? There was the case. They thought it would go to a senator or a governor.
University.
From Florida, and that was a great achievement. So
Trump, Florida.
We've had really some great achievements. I mean, we've done something that nobody's ever done before. Bill O'Reilly the other night.
He is the reason, our prime example of why spell check is necessary.
It's the single most incredible thing that he's ever witnessed in his life of politics. Newt Gingrich has said it. Many people have said it. Many people. No, many people.
Well, now you're just throwing names out to see what the crowd wants.
You know, I got a call from a great writer, one of the folks.
One of the folks.
Aren't they wonderful?
Aren't they? Yeah, one of the folks is a great writer. Okay, who?
And this was
Edgar Allan Poe.
And I was doing very well, but not winning. You know, I was winning the states, but I had a long way to go. And he said, "How does it feel?" I said, "How's what feel? What you've done has never been done before in the history of politics." I said, "What have I done? What have I done?"
Nothing.
He said, "What you've done, you've changed the whole landscaping. You're using your money. 55 million's a lot, but you know it's a lot less than anybody else." He said, "You've changed the landscape."
Keep in mind that 5 is a number that is used to trigger certain things in people's brains.
Even if you lose, you win because nobody's ever done what you've done.
You've 5-5, like 666, 5-5, 8-8, 7-7.
Number of months.
The actual number is like 46 million.
4 times.
But 5-5, 55. We'll go with that.
They just told me on Monday they come out with another one. That's 5 times.
So 5 again.
I mean, Big Tom Brady or Big Ben isn't, you know, if they win the Super Bowl, they get 1 cover. I've had like 5 covers in a show.
Now you're bashing.
So he said, no, what you've done has never been done before. I said, let me just tell you something. What I've done is nothing. Because unless we win the whole ball game in November, it doesn't mean a damn thing. I just wasted a lot of time and a lot of money. Believe me. I've wasted a lot of time and a lot of money.
I hear a lot of I.
What good does it do? I mean, we're going through. I mean, frankly, if I lost in November, I almost would have rather been the first guy out of 18 out, save my time, go have a little fun, go play sports, right?
Yeah, go play sports with your little hands.
We have done an incredible job. It is a movement. It's it's really an amazing thing.
I wonder what size shoe he has, like fucking 8.5 women's.
I sort of have one thing in mind. I sort of have one thing in mind. We got to win the whole deal, folks.
We sort of got one thing in mind.
We got to win the whole deal.
Again, who the fuck is we? Do you have a mouse in your pocket?
Because we can make this country so rich again. We can save our Social Security.
In case you haven't noticed, there's not one person stepping up to run with Trump, nor Hillary.
We're not going to let them go to Mexico.
This is Trump live. Let's not interrupt this time.
I'll give you an example. All right. When Carrier, and this was such great timing for me, I didn't do it for that. I'm not happy about it. But when Carrier fired 1,400 employees in Indianapolis, so there's Indiana. Well, they fired them. And I'm out there, and I'm there for 4 or 5 days campaigning, and it was big. And again, I was going to lose that state according to everybody, except I won in a landslide. And by the way, the evangelicals were so great to me in Indiana.
Evangelicals.
Everywhere. They're unbelievable people, and they love this country. Remember that, folks. But, so what I was going to lose, so we go out there.
Even the kids are starting to, look at the kids back here.
And it's Carrier, and they're going.
They're starting to realize, like,
remember
this guy
the thing,
like,
somebody held up a cell phone.
It's starting to sound like my alcoholic father.
At 2
a.m. when he gets home from the bar, talking about who he's going to vote for. Just so you know, we're
moving to Mexico, and everybody will be fired. Not like that, but pretty close to that, right? Nasty. And I said to myself, it's terrible. And I saw that on television, you know, when it first happened. And then that became a big deal. And all the other guys were picking up on it, except Trump has been talking about it for 8 months. They've been talking about it for 4 days, so it doesn't mean
I thought
anything.
it was 11.5 months.
I saw that. Now, the country has been working very hard, but they have no idea what they're doing. They've been working hard on keeping companies from leaving our country. But they don't know how to do it. They're not business people. They have no clue. They have no clue whatsoever.
They're bringing companies into the country.
They wanted to give low interest loans. They wanted to give all sorts of
Your companies are leaving, period, to say
anyway, keeps all the money. Because they don't have good lawyers, the country. We don't have good lawyers.
Oh, well, we got Hillary Clinton. Look at the fucking 12-year-old rape story. There's plenty of good attorneys.
Simple. You tell these people.
Johnny Cochran, God rest his soul.
I mean, come on. At the time, and my wife would say, you're not supposed to be calling an air conditioning company, darling. I love you very much. You're the president of the United States. You're not supposed to be calling the president of an air conditioning company. I said,
why not?
But I love doing it. I'm sorry, darling, and I can do it better than anybody else. Okay.
I
can do it better.
I think that now that people are seeing him live,
I have somebody like me. I know
they're starting to realize how fucking.
In terms of negotiating,
just look at
the best business people, and they all. You have to see they're endorsing me. Carl Icahn. So many of these people, left frack, they're all endorsing me. Phil Ruffin. These are some of the greatest people, and they're endorsing me, and because they understand. So I say, whether it's me or not, but let's say it's me because I got to do it myself. It's so easy. It's like a 2-minute phone call.
Me,
And I called the head of carrier.
me,
And I said, listen, congratulations on your move to Mexico. I hope you enjoy your new wonderful factory. Yes, the weather's a little warm.
How many
when it's 120
Cancun
out, it's a little bit warm,
resorts and shit?
I hope you enjoy your new factory, and I hope you do well. But here's the story. We just let go of 1,400 great people who, by the way, followed me all over the place. When I was in Indiana, these people are following me at every rally. I mean, I said, don't you guys get bored of this stuff? They said, we love you, Mr. Trump. Okay.
They're getting bored.
So what happens is, here's what I do. I call them. Enjoy your new plant. Every air conditioning unit that you make that goes across our now very strong border, we're going to charge you a 35% tax, okay?
And who's it go to?
Now,
it doesn't go to these kids back here, nor the people back here.
The people. They will hire the lobbyists. You know, the lobbyists in Washington are great. These guys, they make millions of dollars. They're smart as hell. And they've got, like, Clinton tattooed on their forehead. It says Clinton. Basically, what they're saying is, I control Clinton. And they have other names. I don't want to use the names of these other people because I'm supposed to be getting along with them. Now, we're all Republicans, right? So I'm not going to use them. But they've got Clinton or the other names tattooed. Now, what would happen with
this
a normal
is not a
president, a president,
and mind you, when I post this video, I'm recording it with my cellular device,
they'll say,
cocked at an angle, watching it on my laptop. I can't make this shit up.
Let them go. And you know what I say? They call me up. I'll say, I have no interest in even talking to them. They didn't give me 10 cents, and not going to go to. I don't need it. I don't need it. They didn't give me 10 cents. So here's what's going to happen. So they'll try the special interests. They'll try the lobbyists. They'll try, and forget it. The following day, and I guarantee you it doesn't take 24 hours, I'll get a call back, meaning I or my people will get a call back from the head of carrier saying, Mr. President, we've decided to stay in Indiana, or we've decided to stay at least in the United States. Wouldn't that be great, folks? It's so easy. So easy.
People are probably leaving right now thinking
same
this
thing with Ford, same thing with all of these companies. Actually, a very good friend of mine owns one of them that I've been talking about. It's sad.
All right, so what's his name?
You know.
You drop Big Ben, you drop Brady. Great guy. One of the companies.
He said, you always mention my company. I said, I didn't know you owned that company. So do you mind if I don't mention that company so much anymore, please? Okay. But it's all the same.
What the fuck is he talking about?
Hundreds. It's not 3 or 4. There's hundreds.
You only have 110 employees at the winery that you brought Carrie up for earlier.
They let all these people go. No more real estate taxes, no more income taxes, no more anything. Just a big, empty, ugly plant.
You know what? We should. Nobody should even try to assassinate this guy.
They get charged.
He is going to be destroyed.
We may have 1,400 folks.
It's going to be so devastating.
But we're going to make a hell of a lot of money every time they make an air conditioner in Mexico or wherever they're going to make it.
Or wherever they're going to make it.
And I'll tell you what's going to happen. Let me tell you, because this is just business. And a lot of people don't understand this.
America's a business. We understand that, but we don't see what the fuck you're saying.
We can't have free trade if we have stupid people representing us, okay? This doesn't work.
And so let's put you up there. That makes shit a whole lot better.
We don't have smart people.
At least they know how to kiss our ass, you fucking moron.
So now they got this big tax and they send their...
Oh my God.
They're going to start building plants in Richmond, Virginia and other places.
There's no room.
Now it no longer makes sense for them to do that.
There's already plants. You got Philip Morris.
It's so simple. And we're going to put our people back to work, folks.
Are we? How are we going to do it? Where's the mouse in your pocket?
So we're going to do things like that. And we're going to make sure that if somebody leaves our country and fires all their employees, it's called, you have consequences. There are consequences.
So you fire your employees, go bankruptcy, file for Chapter 11, yada, yada, so on and so forth, and then leave the country for a vacation.
They're staying in this country. Now, if they stay in Indiana, that would be great. But if they want to move to Virginia, or they want to, as long as they're in our 50, right? Let them stay someplace in our 50. All right? I mean, that I can't get involved in. I'm not going to play favorites. But you know what? They'll stay there or they'll stay someplace else, but they're going to be in our country.
You gotta wonder.
And we're going to start bringing back our jobs.
Little League baseball team or basketball team or wrestling
Hillary
team.
Clinton
and what biker clubs did he pay to hold these fucking signs up and stay right there in that positioning for this entire deal?
Larry Kudlow just said that Donald Trump's tax plan is the only really brilliant tax plan.
So what's
he
your
loves
plan?
it. He's very smart, great economist.
Yeah, everybody loves it. So what? You kiss that. So what's your plan?
Well, you know
so
what
what's the plan?
Hillary Clinton is going to raise your taxes beyond what anybody even imagines. And she doesn't want to talk about it. She's got all these horrible programs that won't help anybody, by the way. But she's going to raise your taxes beyond what anybody ever dreamt of. It's going to be bad. And I'm lowering your taxes way down. And I'm lowering business tax. And I'm simplifying your taxes.
Are you?
And your tax code is going to be simplified.
Well, show me the PowerPoint presentation, you fucking moron. I want to hear it. I want to see it. Stop paying people to hold signs up behind you.
People that are making very little money are going to pay nothing. They're going to pay zero.
Whoever these kids are back here on the live stream,
they're going to have jobs. They're going to get up to a higher bracket.
Whatever baseball team, wrestling team they play for.
And people now are going to have a simplified tax code.
If you love the blacks and the African Americans so much, and whatever, then support a fucking Richmond City basketball team or a fucking school down there. Fix the roads, dipshit. What are you doing here? Yeah, this guy wanted to show. Look, he's holding it up.
They can't figure out their taxes.
He's probably part of the club I'm familiar with.
So they go to H&R Block. They give a good chunk of income.
How much would you buy a new Harley?
To do their taxes, and even they don't know what the hell they're doing.
Nobody knows what they're doing but you.
We're going to lower your taxes. We're going to bring people into the country. We're going to create jobs like you've never seen before. Now, one other thing. Hillary Clinton wants to abolish the Second Amendment. Remember that.
These are people that can't own guns.
You know,
legally.
The NRA 2 weeks ago endorsed me. It was the earliest endorsement they've ever given to a candidate. The earliest. And I saw the thousands of people there when they did the endorsement. And Wayne and Chris, and these are great people. These are actually people that love this country. They love this country. But I realized thousands and thousands of people at the convention. And I realized, that's by itself a victory. And I'm not doing it for victory. I'm doing it for what's right. If in San Bernardino, people on the other side of the room, they shot radical Islamic terrorism, folks. We got to be careful. We got to be strong and vigilant. We have a president that won't issue the term. We have Hillary Clinton. She won't issue the term. Radical Islamic terrorism. She won't say it. She won't say it. You know why she won't say it? Because she doesn't want to offend Obama, because she doesn't want to go to jail. Okay, that's very simple. That's all. Why else? I've watched. She and her husband hate Obama, right? Everybody knows that. They hate Obama. But right now, she's like, yes, sir. No, sir. How should I vote on this one? Well, she's petrified. Because she doesn't want to go to jail. She doesn't want to go to jail. This system is rigged. Bernie found it out. And I would have found it out except for the fact that I won by such big landslides. If you win by the big landslides, they can't rig the system, right? Look at that guy. If you win by the big landslides, they can. So she wants to abolish the Second Amendment. If we had guns, if a couple of these characters, including that woman right there, including the men with the red cap on or the white cap saying, "Make America Great Again." Do we love those hats, right? But if we had some guns in those rooms, and where the bullets are going in the opposite direction, number one, you wouldn't have had the carnage.
If there were guns in the Coliseum, you would not be alive anymore, dumbass.
Then you take a look at Paris, okay? So Paris is the toughest place in the world just about to have a gun. France, generally. So you have these thugs come in. Number one, if they knew there were guns in that room, they probably wouldn't have come in. But let's assume they did. So you have these thugs come in. And the press used to call them masterminds. Remember that? And I said, you can't call them masterminds. That's why they're taking our youth on the internet and they're bringing our youth into
like the youth that's sitting behind you, bringing into the Trump.
You have these thugs walk into the various places. Boom, 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 boom. 130 people killed quickly. Hundreds of people
That's
in the
what bombs
hospital.
do, dipshit.
Many people still in the hospital. Their lives are so devastated, right?
Do you know? How do you know? You been there?
If there were guns in that room, You don't even need many.
At least other people visit and take photos.
Women with guns wrapped around their ankle or put right over here on their hip. Boom. You wouldn't have had the carnage.
You would have had more carnage. You fucking moron.
And Hillary Clinton doesn't want you to have guns, and she wants to take your guns away. But if she wants to do that, we should say to her that all of her Secret Service agents that are armed all over the place, and that all of her bodyguards that walk around wherever she goes should totally disarm, and you should take their guns away, okay? Let's see how she feels. Let's see how she feels.
Well, the exact amendment you're knocking down is what they're exercising their rights at.
So big.
So let's see how that feels.
We're going to do so great. We're going to bring our education locally. You know that.
If the education follows the lead what you have, then we are in big
We're going to have local people. You know what we're getting rid of? What are we getting rid of? Come on. We're getting rid of Common Core. Believe me, we've been wanting to get rid of Common Core. Makes sense. I mean, I see the mothers and the fathers and the aunts and the uncles, and we're going to have great education. Right now, we're ranked one of the worst in the world. We're ranked number 30. So China and Norway and Sweden and Japan and different countries, they're at the top. Norway, great. New York City said, we're going with the Norwegian form of education. Let's see how long that lasts. And schools, by the way, choice. Remember the word choice, right? Choice.
Yeah,
schools,
because they have free education.
And it's so important. We have to get rid of this, and we have to create something with education because we're at the bottom of the pack. And yet we pay
the kids are yawning now.
Than any other country in the world by far. There's no second place. We're so far ahead. So we spend more. And
we're so far ahead, but we're losing to everybody.
I spent less money than anybody else, and I'm in first place, right? By a lot. By a landslide.
Oh, look, now he puts his notes, he tucks them away.
And then others, I don't want to mention names, but others they spend many times like $200 and some odd million, and they're way down at the bottom of the pack. And they say, who the hell do you want as your president, right? Isn't that what it's all about?
Not you.
So
yeah, point at me, motherfucker, not
First
you.
First of all, I really appreciate this quick notice, and this was great. But here's the story. We're going to start winning again. We don't win anymore. We're going to win at every level. We're going to win with our military, which is totally depleted. You saw the other day. It's depleted,
but yet since 9/11, not one thing has happened. All right.
They're taking parts. They have no parts. They don't make the parts anymore. They're taking parts from plane graveyards and from plane museums. They're taking parts to take care of our jet fighters and our great people that fly these planes. They're falling apart.
Where is the documentation
so we don't
reality?
But we're going to win with our military. We're going to kick the hell out of ISIS, by the way.
They're already done, dude. Have you not noticed? The British have started sniping them. I mean, everybody's fighting ISIS.
We're going to win on the border. We're going to have a strong border. We're going to have our country back again. We're going to win on the border. We're going to win with trade deals. We're going to win with education. We're going to win on Obamacare. We're going to end it. We're going to terminate it. We're going to repeal it. We're going to come up with something so much better.
Something so much.
We're going to win on the Supreme Court. We're going to put great justices in the Supreme Court. So important. We're going to win on the Second Amendment. We are going to cherish and protect our Second Amendment. And we are going to win so much that you people are going to get so sick and tired of winning. Right?
Like we're going to get sick and tired of you being here in Virginia so much.
We're going to win so much, folks. We're going to win at every single level. We're going to have the smartest people. We're going to make great decisions. Okay. We're going to have a country that's respected again. We're going to win, win, win. I love you, folks. I love you for coming out on such short notice. Thank you very much. Get out there and vote. I'll be back to see you again. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you.
My God. Dun, 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 dun. All right, that's the end of that fucking deal. That's 40 minutes almost. Oh my God, the fucking idiocracy of that shit. All right, later. We'll see what the repercussions is. Live stream. No sound bites. I couldn't make this shit up. It's a live stream, all right? And I commented on my shit. Whatever. All right, later.